Guten Tag. I hope you're ready for me to meticulously scrutinize the fan favorite and critically acclaimed song of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's begin, shall we? You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, and Donner and Blitzen. I'm going to be completely honest and say that I had no idea any of these reindeers' names before I started to research this video, and I'm fairly certain the majority of people under 40 wouldn't be able to name these off the top of their heads. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? This lyric actually makes sense, seeing as how Rudolph was a concept in 1939, well before the show first aired in 1964. As for the true origins of Adolf the Maroon-Faced Caribou, the short answer, as with most things that you may find, is capitalism. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Now we start with the real meat of the song, and get introduced to our protagonist. It is revealed through poetry and rhyme that Rudolph's nose is so undeniably shiny that if one were to behold it, then that individual could declare through statement that it glows. The extent to which it glows is never determined, but what we do know is that it can at least cut through a thick fog, as is announced in a later verse. All the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Honestly, this part of the song teaches a pretty good lesson, but I'd be lying if I said it doesn't bring a smile to my face and a tear of joy to my eye to watch a scene where poor old Rudolph gets berated by everyone, including the teacher, may I add, for having a red nose. Also, quick intermission here. This teacher, the gym teacher in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, yeah, he is definitely packing meat, and you know it. I know it. You know it, your neighbor knows it, your dog knows it. Be honest with yourself. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" This stanza just shows that as long as someone finds you useful, that's the only line between being an outcast from all of society and having a place in this world. Of course, if you really wanted to give this real-world connotation, then you can include the part where what you do will never really amount to anything in history, since almost everything has been discovered, and the closest thing we get to in philosophy are awful Facebook posts and quotes from the modern Second Estate about how their life is hard. For those of you who may not know, the Second Estate was the nobility of the French Revolution and, years prior. The First Estate was clergy and bishops. The Third Estate was peasants. They made up like 97% of the population. But the Second Estate was nobility, such as Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, the really rich, powerful people. Then how the reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history." Similar to the previous verse, this mainly just shows that as long as you are helpful, you matter. But if you are completely useless or are in any way different from others, no one will care about you, not even your family. Unless you count Clarice from the movie, but screw her. Also, I want to point out the last phrase, "you'll go down in history." I personally think it sounds kind of ominous, like Rudolph had bombed Iran or something and his crimes will be remembered eternally, but that's probably just me. But that'll wrap things up here. Props to you for watching, and if you want to see more of my horrendous drawings and voiceover, for whatever reason, let me know what you want to see in the comments. Au revoir! Talking about the gym teacher earlier in the video, it made me think of one time in middle school. I was in like 6th grade or something like that. We were playing some game, and the gym teacher was absent that day, I guess. And he had his nephew, of all people, come in and like sub for him. And so kid who's like probably 12 or 13 rolls a ball to this grown adult man who's like 25. My man, the 25-year-old sub gym teacher, the nephew of the real gym teacher, pelts the ball, smacks the girl in the face that rolled the ball to him. Everybody in the gym, there's like 30 of us, everybody in the gym's like, "Ooh," and I started to laugh, and then I was like, ooh, oh no, what could have happened here? Yeah, it turns out her glasses broke, and the gym teacher, we think it was a pedophile, but, That's the public education system for you. Woo!